Hey, this is going to be a fast tutorial on how to do a door that opens and closes, and stops and goes. I'm going to run through this pretty quick because I have somewhere to be, but you'll get the gist of it, and here it goes. So, when the AA stuff comes out, you want to look for a door, basically. So, you got your door, you're going to drag it into your scene. Just make your door level with the floor there, so that looks pretty good right there. There's some things we have to do. Since this is a static mesh, we're going to convert this to a mover because we have to make it move. Another thing you're going to want to do is go into your properties here, and since it is a static mesh, you're going to want to make it have collision, because as of now it doesn't, so you'll just do block all. There you go. The next thing we want to do without getting ahead of ourselves is add a trigger. So we go to add actor, add a trigger, bada boom, bada bang. Unless you have a switch, I would put this trigger right on the door in the middle so you can open it from both ways, and just line it in the middle there, bring it into your scene. That can go away. Alright, now that we're all set up for this, we're going to go into this Kismet editor or sequencer. Let's see, where do we want to start? We have the trigger selected, so let's just do that. We'll do use new event using trigger. What do we want to do? We want to use it. So when we use the use key, that's going to fire it off. Let's zoom out a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is add an event. An action. So what happens when you push that trigger? You're going to have a switch. For this one, we're going to add 4 links, since you want to open and be able to pause it and then reverse it and pause it again and then start from the beginning. And then just make sure that's all done with your trigger selected. And then with your door selected, you want to create a matinee. Matinee is basically the movement of the door. So if you go into here, you'll see you have this little editor screen. I know this is a little advanced for some people, but let's say we want to do it a 2-second door. Let's do it at a 1.5 second. So you can also change that by toggle snapping, going to here, and you can snap it to 1 second, half, or 0.1 seconds. So that's what I have it set at. So we have it at 1.5 seconds for this event. So with your door still selected, there's lots of things you can do here, but you want to do add empty group. You can call it door. Off of that, make sure your door is still selected. If you select off of it and select it, you'll see your door selected. If you don't have that, if it doesn't light up, then you didn't do it right. So you're going to have to delete that, select your door again, and redo it. Now select on the door and create a movement track. So basically on this movement track, sorry I had to run real quick, but basically on this movement track, it is we're going to be moving this door. So you probably want to bring up your top view here, because that'll be the easiest to do, and also do your rotate tool. So with the movement, this is your time frame, and it goes by seconds here. I'm not sure if I explained this, but you have your toggle, whatnot. So what you want to do is drag this to the end. You can hit your enter key, set your add keyframe, and we want to move it at a 90 degree. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's just not showing because I guess it's not updating. It's working. Alright, so that is the matinee. So then we can close out of that. It should now be saved. So basically your use key is going to go into the switch. Basically telling you want to use this switch. Your link 1 is the first time you press the key, you're going to play the animation. The second one, you're going to go to pause because you want to pause it, but if you press it again, you want it to, well, basically, then you'll want to reverse it, and then if you press it a fourth time, you want to pause it again, and then it'll go back to the beginning where it plays the original one, opening and closing. So that's how I did that. You can also add, you can also add sound. I'm just like out of it right now, sorry. So if we go into here, let's see if this worked. Here's our door. Press E. OMG. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Alright, let's do this. We got to go back into our Kismatic. We want to make sure link count set to 0. We do want looping so that it'll keep going. Aim to interact, we don't want that. We'll probably want to raise the distance to interact with it. Sequence events, max trigger count is at 1. If you put that to 0, infinite. So you can keep pressing it over and over and over and over again. So now we should be able to go into here. And let's see if this works. And there you go. That is an AA2 style door. Opens and closes, and I'll add another tutorial later that goes over how to add sound to opening and closing so it has that sound. And it should be collision so we can't run through it. You can also set this, let's see, if we went to where we set the collision, if you went down to actor properties and you set collide block all, or you can say block all but weapons. I'm pretty sure that's going to mean that anything bullet wise is going to go through that door. I can check, but I think that's about how it works. So let's see.